Okay, so what's allowed? All players want to know what they can do. First of all, I'd like to say that I need 4 characters. 4. I need the telepath. I need the computer. I need the cyborg warrior. I need the pilot dolphin. Okay? I need 4 players that can fill those roles. So we're going to go into that. Actually, we'll go into the what's allowed first to let you know kind of where I'm going. Psionics. Humanity has just begun to gain psionics. It seems that they're, except on Earth, it seems after they got out of the Oort cloud, they began to find the mutation. In my campaign, psionics tends to demand something from the people who have it. So I will give an example. If a human has psionics and they are limited to telepathy and ESP, that's it. Anything above a power of 5 demands a disadvantage equal to what you get. For example, one of the telepaths that I made has a 15 power, which is 10 more than the normal human has. That being the case, I made this telepath quadriplegic. One of the powers, however, is body switch or mind switch. So I know you sneaky players out there will say, well, I'll just mind switch out of my body into a healthy body. But there's a catch, because I'm a horrible GM. What can I say? The catch is your body's fine. It's your mind that is making you paralyzed, because psionics demands a price. Also, the other set of psionics are the people from Turquoise. I'll try to make this short, but this will come into a next video, or maybe if I have time on this one. The people of Turquoise are humans that went to the only planet that was close to having life, has oxygen, has carbon dioxide. Of course, the plant life and the animal life was nothing like Earth's, which is what it should be. Nothing like it. Plus, the radiation was a little high because the sun, their star, was a little bit brighter. Probably a larger yellow than what we got. Some more radiation. So the plant and animal life evolved with the higher radiation. Humans, of course, couldn't do this without extreme modifications. Well, these extreme modifications took the place of, basically they incorporated the alien plant forms, the dominant alien plant form that was there. And now they're the Turquoise. They are not human anymore. An unintended side effect was the psionics that they gained. So keeping on track with what it demands, because of their integration with the plant-like life forms there, of course they look different than a human. They are humanoid shape, but they have turquoise skin, black spiky hair, anime stuff. It's all cool. But they have no eyes. They can no longer see the way you and I do. Also, because they're part plant, they need sunlight or radiation, or sunlight, yeah. And finally, as I said, psionics demands something. To them, it demands that they consume heavy elements. Elements that aren't necessarily made in nature, or at least not that we know of, such as californium and the like. You know what they are. They're the ones you have to collide heavy elements together to make what you need. This makes them dependent upon the other systems, because another thing that psionics in my campaign is incompatible with is metal technology, or more precisely, cybernetics. Once you have psionics, whether you're human or turquoise or alien, no matter, cybernetics does not work. It gets rejected, it gets destroyed, whatever. It doesn't work. Will not integrate. So you cannot have psionics and cybernetics. It will not happen. So, the turquoise concentrated very hard on organic technology. And because of this, because they didn't have as many social bonds, because as you know today, even though we can't even truly clone a human, we're already discussing the legitimate or the ethics of it. The people of turquoise had to do it because they had to adapt to their planet. And then after that, once they were reunited with the rest of humanity, they were determined to not be human anymore, and therefore severely shunned, if not hated. That's a social problem that the turquoise have. However, they can have any of the psionics in the book except vampirism. No vampirism. Sorry. And they're fairly powerful. We're talking 400 and 500 point characters easily. Okay? Of course, this whole campaign is going to be about characters that are fairly high point, don't have human rights, but are very valuable. Okay? So psionics is allowed, but it demands something. Cybernetics. Usually if you're a total cyborg, you're built for a purpose, you're probably not going to be human looking, because that's one of those things that the council, that we explained in the last one, made illegal. Nobody gets a human body or a humanoid robot that is not made. That was too much of an affront to the humanity. It can be done, but legally they don't do it. Also, they don't want robots replacing humans in places where there are jobs. So that too is a regulated thing. So now we have genetic modification, total cybernetics, computer sentience, and uplifted animals. All of these things are what I want. But those four, and I will say them again, the telepath. Got to have telepathy. I need that to be able to communicate with some of the NPCs and other things you will meet later. Very important. Also, the computer. The computer is the one that's basically the know-it-all. The computer will bridge the gap of any knowledge that the other players or characters don't have. The pilot, the dolphin pilot, that person, well, needs to know space physics. The computer person needs to know a little bit of everything or where to find it. The telepath needs to know telepathy or whatever telekinesis they or whatever sonics they have. And finally, the cyborg. I made the cyborg already. Very powerful warrior, but they need to know things like their rate of fire, their battery power, they have 5 nuclear missiles. They need to know the range of the blast of the nuclear missiles. Okay? You know their speed, their maneuverability. I'm counting on all the players to know their characters. And I will continue in the next one.